as you just said, see, when you are a lawyer working for a sports franchise, you suddenly start watching the game in a different light.
And I think over the years of practice, your perspective changes as well. As a sports lawyer, there are so many aspects that we somehow are now accustomed to process that data within a flash of second. And I think that changes the whole perspective toward the sports, what we were as athletes, probably in our early days or while not being a successful athlete. Now, at least somewhere down the line, we understand the game in a different perspective. If not athlete, we know that we now understand it in a fashion where we can make or break the entities and what goes on at the foundational level in a fashion that something that ought to have been taken care at the grassroots level. And at a scalable margin, when things grow bigger or the athlete grows or a foundation grows or a club grows or an entity grows and more money, power, lobby, etc. is involved and the complex legal webs get more and more complex along the path, then how important it is to identify those issues right at the grassroots level.
So, as you just said, see, when you are a lawyer working for a sports franchise, you suddenly start watching the game in a different light. Earlier, if you're watching a match, you're probably looking at maybe the bowler or the footballer.
Yeah, you're enjoying it as a viewer.
Yeah, you're just enjoying it as a viewer, right? You're probably at best you're probably looking at what what the formation is for a football match, or how direct or how fluid is the passing, who is running into space, who's not. But now when I'm at the stadium, as you said, and I'm looking at a sponsor branding in the back of my head, I'm thinking of all the clauses that I had negotiated a week ago with the sponsor, and I'm thinking about, hey, has this delivered?
Whether the checklist has been ticked off or
yeah,
not.
it just happens. It's not intentional, but it just keeps going on in my mind, right? And then for example, you're seeing a support staff or a physiotherapist on the field.
Correct.
Then, this is the person who we had a discussion with last week on his job. Well, looks like he's already started his job. And when you're at the stadium, you're thinking about how the negotiations happened with KSCA, whether, for example, safety protocols are actually in place. While it's not technically my job to ensure these are being done, that is the interesting part about, firstly, being a lawyer, because we get to have our hands everywhere across the entire portfolio.